I'm Rob McDonald, and I love Jross-tv.
What's up, y'all? This your boy J. Ross coming to you in St. Louis, 10 million strong. Got Bass-ment extraordinaire, Mr. Rob Mack in the house, y'all. Hitting with guitar extraordinaire, Mr. Norman Brown. Rob, you holding a wicked stick right there, man. What is that?
This is made by Exotic, 6-string. This is my weapon of choice.
Oh, yeah?
I love this. They've been making basses for me about 15 years now. It's great.
Then how long you been playing?
I've been playing about 33 years.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, what made you play? Some girl?
I have brothers. My brothers were drummers. I started on drums.
Yeah.
And, there was never a real full set for me to play because they were always taking stuff.
Yeah.
So I switched over to guitar, and then I couldn't strum because of the way I play. Switched over to bass, and I've been playing bass since I was 13.
Oh, yeah. Now growing up, did you find it back in the day hard to find a band to get in, or was it more prevalent?
No, I played with my brother's band. You know, my brother built a band around us. The hardest part was learning some of the music because of the way I play. You know, the funk, the funk thing. I had to create a whole new way of doing it. When I came up, there was Larry Graham,
right?
There was Johnson. You know, and if you couldn't slap and all of that, you know, you couldn't play all the tunes.
So what did you come up with? Your own?
I came up with my own way to do it.
The Rob Special. Let me get your hands.
I had to learn how to do it all with my thumb.
Yeah.
You know, other guys had the fingers. You know,
right?
They could do it that way, but it's mine. You know, I had to.
Oh yeah.
So I had to find out a way. You know, I had to find a way because. You know, those were the tunes that were hitting, and if you was in any kind of R&B band, you had to know all that stuff.
That's the versatility of American ingenuity, y'all. Once again, y'all, we in St. Louis at the pageant. Norman Brown in town. Hey, now growing up, was learning how to read music prevalent then, or people just played with feel?
I mean, we played with feel. I mean, I learned a little bit in high school, and I wasn't great. You know, I'm from Detroit, but when I moved to LA, you really had to learn how to read in order to do most of the gigs. So. You know, I'm not great, but I'm okay. You know, I can get through everything. I can do it really well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's back then though. It was all about feel. You know, learning the songs, and feeling what you were doing.
Right. Making
sure you're grooving.
Now, moving from Detroit to LA, was it? Explain to like young musicians who like want to do that now. Excuse me, who want to move from their particular state to LA or New York or Atlanta, the roughness in it. What you have to, how you prepare yourself.
You know, it was rough. You know, the first 2 years I gigged around town, wasn't making much money, you know, because I didn't know anybody. And back then LA was really a clique town. If you didn't know anybody, it was hard to get to work. So I ended up getting a day job, you know, and I worked for a mortgage company for quite a while. You know, and then kind of lost a passion for it, and then realized that, you know, I came to LA to play bass, you know, to be a musician. And so you just got to have that dedication, you got to believe in it. And keep getting out there and going to all the, you know, jam sessions and anything and everything you can go to so people can hear you play, hear what you do. And if you love it and you believe in it, you got to stick with it, no matter what.
So you're saying like now with the advent of Facebook and YouTube, the networking portion of it now is more prevalent?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now you can reach out to people before you move. You know, we didn't have all this when I came out. You know, but now with all the Facebook and MySpace and all that, you connect with people. You can send your clips. You know, they can hear you play before you actually get to where you're going, which will help you get a gig.
And what about how did kind of toll it take on your family life?
That way, it wasn't very good for that.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, but once you decide, you know. Hopefully your family's in your corner.
Yeah.
You know, and if not, you believe in what you do, you got to keep moving through.
Yeah. Well, as you grow and you teaching young cats now, what's some of the main things that you would put into their spirits so they'll be prepared for a life on the road?
This is your life. So this comes first. And anything and everything you do has to revolve around your music because that's why you're out there. Don't get caught up in all those other things that, you know, that tempt you because they're out there, you know.
Yeah, give us some examples, you know, just try to hip them to the game.
You know,
girls.
When you're out there, girls they want to be with you. You know, there's a lot of alcohol, there could be drugs involved. You know, you stay focused on what you need to do because those sidetracks will easily get you off the path. You know.
Now, do you recommend direct deposit for band?
If you can get it.
What you mean, Rob? What you mean, Rob? I thought that was like something anybody could do.
Well, you know, I mean, it is, but you know, it depends on your situation.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody's in your bank account, you don't want direct deposit. Yeah, I ain't saying who, but
yeah.
you know. So yeah, but I mean, if you can, there are, you know, once you're on a steady gig, you know, and you're playing with a name artist, you know, direct deposit is great because it's always there. You don't have to worry about it in your hand. You get your per diem, so that should take care of you while you're out. And stack that money, you know, at least, you know, so that you have the money to pay your bills at the end of the month. You know, because it's easy to get that money in your hand and you're out here and
right.
You'll spend it.
Now, as you look back when you first started, just say in the middle of when you started as to now, how would you categorize professionalism today as far as like musicians being on time, knowing the tunes and?
It's not that great, you know. There's a lot of musicians that kind of take it for granted, you know, that, oh, I got the gig now, so it's my gig. But you gotta, you know, once you get the gig, you gotta work even harder to keep it.
Right.
You know, because there's a guy standing behind you that's just as good, if not better. It was just your turn. You know, so I suggest that, you know, you bone up, you learn the music, you stay on top of the music, be prompt, you know, don't ever have anybody waiting for you. I mean, that goes for rehearsals, sound checks, lobby calls, you know, because you're holding up however many other musicians that are involved.
Right.
And your boss. So one thing you want to do is be prompt, be on time, you know, just be professional, take care of business.
All right, y'all, that's word, y'all in town. Hidden bass for Norman Brown, y'all. We're going to let them roll, stand to get the grub on. Sending a shout out, y'all. Jross-tv, 10 million strong, y'all. We out. Peace.
Peace.